There is finally some news on the Chicago Bears' next stadium. Kevin Warren, the CEO of the Bears, and the Bears front management have announced that they have come to an agreement with the city of Arlington Heights on the property taxes set for the Chicago Bears if they are to move there. But Warren says the Lakefront is still the focus for the new stadium, but Arlington Heights is still in the running. Kevin Warren promised earlier this year that the Bears would be breaking ground on their new stadium by the end of 2025, and he has less than 40 days to do that, so this just made things interesting. I'm here to break it all down for you guys, but hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. And before I begin today's show, hit that like button if you want the Chicago Bears to get a new stadium, along with commenting if you want the Bears to stay in the city or go to Arlington Heights. And are you a Bears fan? Want free Bears news notifications? Hit that subscribe button because we're giving away a custom Chicago Bears jersey to one lucky subscriber every week for the rest of the year. All you need to do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you want the Bears to stay in the city or go to Arlington Heights. So let's go into the agreement that was reached earlier today. Arlington Heights gives the Chicago Bears all the tax breaks now that they have asked for, and the property tax was the final kicker. The Bears have made an agreement with the city on November 25th, close to the end of 2024, which Kevin Warren said he wanted to break ground in 2025, wherever the new stadium may be. And this was the final hurdle with Arlington Heights. The property taxes and the Bears that they would pay, along with the contribution that the residents of Arlington Heights and surrounding neighborhoods would give. This was a huge issue and why the Bears redirected efforts to the city earlier this year. It was Arlington Heights in the state of Illinois that didn't want to give the Bears what they wanted from a funding perspective. But now Arlington Heights is offering the funding and the tax breaks that the Bears wanted. So that's a big hurdle that they had to take down. And the only thing standing in between them is Springfield, now giving state funding to the project. The Bears' new stadium is estimated to be $4 billion, which they would fund over half of it, and the state and whatever city would fund the rest of it. And the city of Chicago offered up $1 billion to fund it, which meant that there was another $1 billion left for the state to fund. But here's the difference with the Bears in Arlington Heights. They would own everything in Arlington Heights. The Bears would not own just half of it. They would own everything even after the funding. Along with that, too, Chicago has their own issues with transportation with Arlington Heights. Overall, Arlington Heights is a better logistics standpoint for the Chicago Bears. There's the metro that goes right into it. That's a 28-minute express from downtown if you go straight to Arlington Racetrack. They have 2 highways, 2 private airports next to O'Hare and not far from Midway. Much better overall transportation. And over 60% of your season ticket holders live outside of the city of Chicago. It'd be better logistically for your season ticket holders. And the Bears have 327 acres in Arlington Heights where they can build their own city with restaurants, hotel, bars, transportation, you name it. Everything possible to make the ultimate football village in the United States. We'll see what the Bears end up doing, though, but a huge agreement between Arlington Heights and the Chicago Bears to get this thing moving in the right direction. Personally, for me, I'll get into it in a little bit, but Arlington Heights seems like a better overall location. But I see the benefits of them staying in the city, which I'm going to break down right now if the Bears do stay in the city. Now, the city is still possible, like I just kind of hit on. Kevin Warren told reporters that the team's goal is still building where the Bears currently play on the lakefront, just south of Soldier Field. He wants it to stay on the lakefront. He thinks that's a part of Chicago Bears history, and also the views, the location, everything about it, about continuing to build up South Loop is a big goal for this team. And it's going to happen sooner than later. Again, Warren claims that they will break ground on the new stadium by the end of 2025. Even if that's just a shovel in the ground picture, something will happen. And he didn't give an exact timing, but that was over 6 months ago that he gave up this announcement, especially with the renderings of the new stadium. The new stadium is focused currently right now being built in the South McCormick parking lot, tearing down the original McCormick place in order to make room for this. It would tear down the Soldier Field that is standing right now, make that into a park, keeping the original columns from the original Soldier Field, but it would no longer be a stadium there. There'd be baseball fields, soccer fields, there'd be entertainment, hotels, restaurants, everything that they want to do in Arlington Heights, just in a much smaller scale. And both roofs of both stadiums will be retractable. They will not be retractable. They will be hard roofs. They will not have outdoor games anymore for the Chicago Bears because the focus is that no matter where it is, that there will be Super Bowls, WWE matchups, anything along those lines, fights, UFC, you name it, the Bears Stadium would host it and be the biggest venue in the Chicagoland area. The one thing about the Bears in the city, though, that is a big concern is logistics, because there's no L line that goes directly to the stadium. That's a $1 billion project in itself. On top of it, too, parking. Then there has been no confirmation of where all this parking would go. They're saying that they build it under where Soldier Field is now, but still, they're not widening Lakeshore Drive. They're not doing anything along those lines in order to make the opportunity for the Bears to have more parking. So that's why Arlington Heights becomes a very interesting situation. And like I said earlier, too, the city is going to own half of it. The Bears have already spent over $200 million on Arlington Heights, and they own that entirely. The city of Chicago said, in order for you to get the tax cuts and the funding, we get to own half of it, which I guess kind of seems fair, but at the same time, a crazy situation for the Bears. It's just Arlington Heights makes a lot more sense. Before I get into my overall opinion of where I want the Chicago Bears to go and want to hear what you guys are saying, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Lucy. Lucy, 100% nicotine pouches, 100% completely tobacco free. Comes in 7 different flavors and 4 different levels of 4, 8, 12, and even 16 milligrams. Coming in gums, pouches, and overall breakers. You can get Lucy today for 20% off using code JAYCHI along with free shipping. Go to the link in the description now to get one of the newest nicotine pouches on the market. I love the mango flavor. You guys definitely need to go and try it today. So where should the Chicago Bears go and where do I want them to go? Well, I think that Arlington Heights just makes more sense. Guys, so many of the major market teams play outside of their cities. And if you go to Green Bay, and I hate to say that, you go to Minneapolis, which is a much smaller city. You go to anywhere that has built these football villages, the Bears could crush them. Absolutely. Even Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys aren't even in Dallas. They're outside of Dallas. Jerry's World, everything there. The Bears can make them look like pipsqueaks. They can build a legitimate city inside of Arlington Heights that is dedicated entirely to the Chicago Bears. Imagine being able to wake up and you live in Chicago Bears City or something along those lines, football village, whatever they're going to call it. It just makes sense because of the Metro. The Metro gets everyone in and out of the city very efficiently. There's so many stops on the way that they could also have from Clybourne, Irving Park, Jefferson Park, Edison Park, you name it. It just makes it easier going to the Bears game. On top of it, too, the stadium will be larger. On top of it, too, there'll be great tailgating and also hotels, restaurants, bars, everything that we're missing that we want to do before and after a Bears game will be all in Arlington Heights. And Arlington Heights is low-key kind of like a city. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. Great downtown area for about 3 or 4 blocks. You feel like you're in the city of Chicago with all the restaurants and all the bars. Really fun time and also very easy to get to from people in the suburbs and also people from the city. There's a lot of factors that go into this. I'm interested to see what the Chicago Bears do, but it is interesting that they did come to an agreement today on the property taxes because it definitely has Kevin Warren thinking twice about what he wants to do. But with that, guys, bear down, baby. Please make sure you hit the like button on this video, comment your thoughts of where you want the Bears Stadium to be, and subscribe to the channel so you can enter to win a free Bears jersey because we are in the season of giving. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.